Welcome back to the art room for another fabulous day of art. All right, today's project is a special project for all ages. Anybody is welcome today in the art room. I will say that I do have, if you go to the school where the bumblebee is the mascot and you're in the 3rd, 4th, or 5th grade, right, in your Monday, Tuesday pickup, I send a packet to you with all the ingredients with which to do this project. If you're not at one of those schools or you didn't get that, it's totally fine. Here's what you're gonna need, okay? In the packet, what I included is 3 pieces of paper that I cut into a perfect square. And what that means is this side is 6 inches, this side is 6 inches, this side is 6 inches, and this side is 6 inches. You get the point. It's all 6 inches, all right, to make a little square, okay? So you could take, and this is copy paper from like the computer, you could take notebook paper if you wanted to. Take some notebook paper, whatever you got works, and cut it into a square to start with, okay? So that's really all you need. I also put in that packet, if you have the packet, I put in 3 little winter colored beads and 3 pieces of yarn. I will explain this at the end. I was not able to send everybody scissors, but hopefully at home your adult, your grown-up, your person who loves and takes care of you has some scissors, so go ask your adult. And also it would be great for your adult to be with you while you do this, for safety reasons. So at home, wherever you are, wherever you're spending quality quarantine time, all right, make sure that you have some scissors. These are my scissors. I tend to use big scissors because I'm a grown-up and my hands are big, all right? But you're smaller, so if you have these available to you, definitely use these ones instead. These are like kid-sized scissors, safety scissors, a little bit safer and a little bit better for your hands size-wise. But if you only have these available to you, that's okay. Just ask your adult to be your scissor safety pal there today and kind of help and watch out, help you and watch you as you do this, all right, so that you are safely using your scissors. Awesome. All right, so safely use your scissors. Next, we're going to talk about how we're actually going to turn this into a beautiful snowflake. All right, so the first thing we have to do is we have to do the folding. Okay, we have to do the folding first. So what I'm going to do is take your square, hold it like it's a diamond, okay, just like that. Take this corner up here, and we're going to fold it so it matches this corner down here, all right? So I'm going to fold it. I call this folding it like a taco, all right? So I'm going to fold it, match those corners up, all right? Match those corners up. Make sure that they're matched up. If you accidentally, this happens to me all the time, totally fine. If you accidentally match them up and then when you fold they get mismatched, just open it back up, do it again. Totally fine. No worries. All right, so fold it like it's a taco. Woo! All right, so we folded it once. All right, now we have to fold it another time. So what we're going to do is we're going to match this corner over here to this corner over here. Okay, so go ahead and fold those, match those corners up, and fold it. All right, awesome. Okay, that's our second fold. We have to do it one more time. This is the last one, I promise. All right, so you're holding it like this. Now we need to match up this corner to this corner, okay? So go ahead and fold it and match those corners up. And now you folded it into a little nacho. This is what I call the nacho. Look at that, you got a little nacho. All right, so cute little nacho, all folded up, ready to rock. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and draw on my whiteboard. This is going to be my example nacho, all right? So that you can kind of see things a little bigger and a little better, right? Easier to see. All right, now how to plan and design your design for your snowflake. You know, just as in the art room, you don't have to make something that looks exactly like mine, all right? Totally fine. You should mix and match, and it should come from your own brain, yes? You also have 3 pieces of paper, so I would encourage you to not do the same thing on every single one, just because it's kind of fun to experiment, mix some things up, right? So that's my little helpful tip, right? Here's how we're going to design though, okay? When you're designing on a paper snowflake, when you have to fold it up, you have to think about whatever shape that you want to be in your snowflake. Maybe it's a heart. I'll show you how to do the diamond. Maybe you want to do one of my fancy tiger stripes. I'll show you how to do that. Whenever you're thinking about that, you need to be thinking about, all right, if I'm going to put this shape on here, I need it to be half of the shape in order for when it unfolds to be the whole shape, right? So we need the shape to actually, when it unfolds, be the full shape. So I'm going to have to draw it on as half the shape. Here's what I mean. Go ahead and get a pencil, all right? I recommend that you use a pencil. I have some students I know who maybe you've tried this before, maybe you're just feeling confident and you're like, I can just go ahead and cut half the shape. You can do that too. But some of you out there, I recommend this because you're like, hey, you know what? I only have 3 pieces of paper. I don't want to mess up one of my shots here, so I got this, all right? So what you're going to do is on a different piece of paper, grab a separate little scratch sheet of paper, all right? Draw the shape that you want on your snowflake. So start by drawing that on your other piece of paper, and then divide it in half. So go ahead and draw a line right down the middle, okay? That shape right here on this half, that's what you have to put on the nacho. So I would say, okay, it looks like a little raindrop for the heart, like that's half of a heart is a raindrop. So I'm going to go over here, and when you're doing that, you want to look. So you'll look at your nacho. Look at your nacho right now. Inspect it. There's one side where you can see the edge of the paper. This is the edge of the paper. It's not folded over. This side, I can kind of feel it. Be careful. Don't give yourself a paper cut here. But carefully kind of feel it, and you can see, oh, this is like the folded over part. And then there's another side that's also folded over. So there's 2 folded over sides, and there's one side that's just like the edge of the paper. It's very important that if you want the shape when you unfold for it to be a full shape, you want it to be on, you want to draw that half of a heart, half of a diamond, whatever you want, a shape you want in there, you have to draw it on the sides that are folded over. You can't use the edge side right here, right? Okay, so now that we've covered that, let's say this is one of my edges side, right? I'm going to go ahead and draw half that heart. I'm going to go 1, 2, all right, half of a heart. Okay, so you've got those kind of raindrop looks that you've drawn on there. Next, maybe you're like, oh, I would love to have that diamond on there. On your scratch sheet of paper, go ahead and draw the diamond. Cut it in half, right? That's just a triangle, right? So I'm going to say, all right, this is my other folded side over here. I'm going to go ahead and draw some triangles. All right? Now, the edges side, that's usually where I like to put my little tiger stripes so that they kind of come out looking like this. All right, so on the side where you can kind of feel those edges where you're like, oh, these are like, this is the edge of the paper. It's not folded over. All right, on that side, this is my side down here. I'm going to go ahead and draw a triangle, but with all the triangles that I'm going to draw on this side, I'm going to make them kind of bendy, kind of like they're like waves, if you think about drawing ocean waves. So watch this. So I'm going to go, okay, curve up, then back down. Curve up, then back down. Curve up, then back down. Right, and that'll make some tiger stripes. Now, there are different ways to do this. I encourage you to think beyond just what I'm showing you here. Test it out on your scratch paper. Do different shapes. Maybe you're like, oh, I would really love some circles in mine. Draw a circle, cut it in half, see what that looks like, and then draw that on your nacho. Experiment, have fun, get a little creative with it. That's what it's for, right? Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pause the video, I'm going to cut out my nacho, and then I'm going to come back, and we're going to unfold it. I'm going to show you what it looks like, and we're going to unfold it and look at that snowflake together, okay? Awesome. All right, and we're back. So I went ahead and cut those out. I did some tiger stripes here. I did some half of the heart right here. I did some triangles right here. Let's see what it looks like when I open it up, right? So you're going to cut those shapes out, then you're going to open it up to reveal your beautiful snowflake. Love it. Oh my goodness. Love it, love it. All right, if you're one of my students that has one of the packets, right, you know that there's also beads and yarn in there, and that's what this is for. I just put those in there for fun. I figured if you wanted to, what you could do is you could take the yarn and the beads, you could put a bead through the yarn and that bead together, right? Then you're gonna slip this through. I would tie it, loop it through part of the snowflake where it would be able to hang, or you could hang it, there you go, like this, right? And then here's what you're going to do. You're going to take the ends of the yarn, you're going to cross them like an X, okay? So take these ends of the yarn, cross them like an X, take this piece, loop it through, and pull, then stop, okay? Take the other 2 ends, these ends right here, okay? Make them into an X, loop it through, and then pull it. And now you've just made a little hanger so you can hang it up. Oh, check it and hang up and show off your beautiful snowflake. All right, so that's why I included those in there, but I hope you joined us today for this awesome little project where you get to do a time-honored tradition. I'm sure everybody has fond memories of the first time they learned how to fold and cut out their own paper snowflakes. All right, so do that 3 times, enjoy, experiment, use different shapes. I would even encourage you, this is a fun, helpful tip, use different sizes as well for shapes. So maybe you did like smaller triangles this time, but maybe next time you do fewer triangles, but you do them a little bigger, or maybe you do some small, some big, you change it up, add some variety into there. And I would encourage you to do that because that it creates different fun, funky snowflakes. All right, I hope you enjoyed this. Also remember, this is very, very important. Responsible artists always clean up after themselves. You have just created a little bit of a mess with all the pieces of paper. That's fine, that's normal. Artists make messes all the time. What's important is that the artist always remembers to clean up after themselves. So you've got a little bit of paper mess here. Go ahead and collect it and make sure you throw it in the trash can. Your grown-ups, your adults, the people who love and take care of you are like, yes, please make sure that you clean up after yourself. Throw your trash in the trash can. Please and thank you. Be a responsible artist. There's also another thing. Also, this might happen. You might have folded up your little nacho, you cut into it, and then you look at it and you're like, oh, when you unfold it, you're like, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I was expecting it to look like. We know that as artists, sometimes we get what's called unanticipated results. What that means is the outcome, what you ended up with, wasn't quite what was in your head. And sometimes that happens, and that's okay, all right? Sometimes things in life don't turn out how we expected them to be. All the adults in the room right now are like, yes, that does happen. All right, so that's just something that we get used to in life. So even if you unfolded it, I'm sure your snowflake is beautiful and it's magical and it's wonderful. But if you're one of my students out there who just opened it up and you were like, oh, that's not what I wanted, that's okay. You can always try again, all right? And you know what? I bet it's still absolutely gorgeous. Sometimes my best works of art are ones that happened on accident, that I didn't anticipate, an unanticipated result, all right? So love your snowflakes. I'm so excited that you got to practice this with me. Please, if you want to share these with me, you can send me pictures of your beautiful snowflakes that you made. I hope you enjoy this, and I hope you have a fabulous winter break, and I hope we get some snow. Yes. All right. I will see you all next time in the art room. Bye.